Caitlin Clark didn't just miss the All-Star game, she was taken out, again, right in front of millions. And now, fans aren't just disappointed, they're furious. Because what's happening to the WNBA's biggest star doesn't feel like bad luck anymore. It feels calculated, like sabotage in slow motion. And at the center of it all is one name, Cathy Engelbert. The woman who was supposed to protect the league is now the face of its collapse. Less than 24 hours after the Washington Post dropped a bombshell expose revealing a season-long pattern of dangerous officiating and cover-ups, Cathy Engelbert was fired. Gone. Just like that. The empire she built fell overnight. This isn't just about Clark. It's about every player who's been elbowed, bruised, benched, and ignored. It's about a league that refused to listen until it was too late. The fans have had enough. The media has turned. And Caitlin Clark? She's paying the ultimate price for leadership's silence. This is no longer just a basketball story, it's a full-blown reckoning. It only took 38 seconds. That's all Caitlin Clark got before everything unraveled. Less than a minute into the Fever vs. Sunday game, she took a brutal knee to the stomach from J.C. Sheldon. No whistle. No review, nothing. Just silence as she bent over in pain. This was supposed to be her Momenta All-Star Weekend headliner, the rising face of the league. Instead, she was back on the bench, towel over her head, while the refs watched like it was business as usual. But this wasn't a one-time incident. It was just the latest hit in a growing pattern. All season, she's been body-checked, elbowed, and shoved with zero protection. Game after game, play after play, and not a single foul call when it matters. Even ESPN's Rebecca Lobo had to say it on live TV 3 times. That's a foul, that's a foul, that's a foul. But the refs, still nothing. And now the fans, they're done being quiet. This wasn't a missed call. It was the moment the league officially crossed the line. While Clark was hurt and fans flooded social media with outrage, WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert vanished. No statement, no apology, no press conference, just silence. And in that silence, fans heard everything: neglect, indifference, complicity. How does the leader of a league stay quiet while its biggest star is repeatedly injured on national television? And worse, how does she stay silent when the Washington Post publishes a scathing expose calling the officiating garbage and comparing the league's logo to a bruise? That's not a tweet from a frustrated fan, that's legacy media torching the leadership. Meanwhile, Cathy showed up at a league event smiling in Valentino heels like she's running a fashion show, not a collapsing sports league. Players are bruised, coaches are fuming. ESPN is replaying injuries like fight clips. And Cathy? She's acting like nothing's wrong. But fans see it, players feel it. And the silence? It's not neutral, it's damning. This doesn't feel random anymore. It feels planned. Fans aren't just angry, they're connecting the dots. The bruises, the silence, the missing foul call sits starting to look like a strategy. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star, she's a threat. A marketing machine, a cultural icon, and the future of the WNBA. And to some inside the league, that's too much power, too fast. So instead of building around her, they let her get hit, they let her fall. They humble her before she can truly rise. And the evidence? It's stacking up. Remember when Cathy Engelbert said last year, "No league is about one player, that player could get hurt"? That quote aged like milk. Clark did get hurt again and again. And Cathy did nothing. Not even a show of support. Now, fans believe this isn't just mismanagement, it's control. Quiet her down, keep her in check, and send a message to anyone else thinking of shaking the system. But fans aren't buying it anymore. They've seen enough. And now, the media's flipping too. This isn't just Twitter outrage, it's a full-on rebellion. YouTubers, podcasters, insiders, even former ESPN analysts are calling out the league by name. Fire Cathy, save Caitlin. It's become a movement. And when Clark's own brother went live on Instagram and said, "Fix your reffing, WNBA. It's bad, it hit a nerve." No filters, no PR, just raw truth. And the reaction? Instant chaos. Fire Cathy trended worldwide. Reddit threads exploded. TikTok flooded with highlight clips of uncalled fouls. Fans started tagging Cathy Engelbert in every language Google Translate could handle. It wasn't just backlash, it was a public execution of her leadership, because the message was clear. This wasn't just about missed calls, It was about broken trust, and the WNBA had officially lost it. And when the numbers came out, they made everything worse. Since opening day, the WNBA has reported 141 injuries. That's in a league with only 179 active players. Do the math. That's nearly one injury for every 2 athletes. And it's not just bumps and bruises, we're talking 57 head and neck injuries in just 2.5 seasons. That's not rough play. That's dangerous. That's lawsuit waiting to happen territory. And who's taking the worst of it? The guards, the stars, the faces of the league, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu. These women drive ticket sales, bring in sponsors, and headline highlight reels. They're getting tossed around like props. Just look at the footage. Arms grabbed, jerseys yanked, bodies slammed, 0 whistles. Even respected vets like Kelsey Plum snapped caught on mic dropping F-bombs at refs after getting scratched and bruised again. And while all this unfolds, where's Cathy? Smiling in designer heels, pretending nothing's wrong. And that's what's making people furious. Not just the bad calls, but the total disconnect from reality. While players bleed and fans rage, Cathy Engelbert parades around like it's business as usual, talking about partnerships and media deals, flexing at events, showing off her Valentino shoes while her league is falling apart from the inside. It's like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. People are getting hurt, the product looks broken, and the commissioner is playing dress up. And now fans are asking the hard questions. Did she see this coming? Was this negligence or strategy? Because that old quote, "No league is about one player now," sounds less like a warning and more like a setup. Clark wasn't just hurt, she was left exposed, and the league did nothing to protect her. 0 action, 0 accountability. And it's not just embarrassing, it's sinister. Fans don't think this is a failure anymore. They think it was intentional. A slow, deliberate takedown of the league's brightest star. At this point, even the league's own branding feels like a lie. Fans are saying the WNBA logo shouldn't be a silhouette of a woman rising for a show teat, should be a bruise. Because that's what this league has come to represent: pain, silence, and cover-ups. It's not just that refs are missing calls, it's that they're missing all the calls and purpose. Players are taking elbows to the face, knees to the gut, scratches down their arms, and the referees are just watching, ignoring, letting it happen. The league's motto might as well be no call. And through it all, Cathy Engelbert stays quiet. Or worse, shows up to public appearances pretending like the entire house isn't on fire. But fans, they're not dumb. They see it, they feel it, and they're done staying quiet. Because this isn't just a management failure, it's become a safety crisis. And the silence from the top, that's not protection. That's betrayal. And it may have just ended Cathy's time as commissioner. This was never just about basketball. It was about trust, about leadership, about protecting the very players who built the spotlight the league now stands in. And Cathy Engelbert, she failed. She failed to protect Caitlin Clark. She failed to fix the officiating. She failed to listen when coaches, players, and fans begged for change. And now, she's out not because of one mistake, but because of a season filled with silence, arrogance, and avoidable pain. The WNBA had a moment to rise. It had the star, the fans, the momentum. And instead of building a dynasty, they let jealousy, politics, and poor leadership burn it all down. Caitlin Clark didn't deserve this. The fans didn't deserve this. And the next commissioner better understand that this isn't just cleanup duty, it's a rescue mission. Because if this league wants to survive, let alone thrive, it needs to change it right now. Before the next superstar walks away for good.